rather than climate change happening in a smooth, predictable way, the history of the Earth's climate shows that the climate system can suddenly change, shift into a new state within a matter of decades or even a few years.
Recent discoveries have alarmed new fears of a sharp acceleration in global warming. In July 2014, a natural gas and production company discovered a mysterious crater in the middle of a Siberian peninsula. It was known by the locals as Yamal, the end of the world. A team of Russian scientists measured the hole to be close to 100 feet wide and over 300 feet deep. Soon, dozens of other craters were discovered, and the investigation was extended into winter. The researchers attribute the Yamal craters to a sudden release of trapped methane gas, a greenhouse gas 25 times more dangerous to climate change than carbon dioxide. Its appearance proves that the frozen ground, which covers 1/5 of the Earth's surface, has already started to melt. This kind of massive release of methane into the atmosphere, if it were to continue, could trigger an extinction event. For the supporters of geoengineering, this is proof that deliberate climate intervention is urgently needed.
Even on the best case scenario, the Earth's climate over the next several decades will exceed increases of 2 degrees Celsius. And if that happens, there are going to be some pretty catastrophic events. So as the consequences become so grave, we may not have a planet B, but we perhaps should have a plan B.
Plan B is another name for geoengineering, a magical theory for not changing anything in our lifestyles, but potentially holding off a climate catastrophe.
Pendant des années, quand on parlait de géo-ingénierie, on écartait le problème. C'est-à-dire c'est quelque chose qui paraissait non sérieux, dangereux, relativement loufoque.
The great majority of climate scientists would simply not talk about it and said that no one else should talk about it and certainly should not research it. And the reason they did that was because they believed that by talking about geoengineering, that is Plan B, they would undermine the incentives for politicians to pursue Plan A, which is cutting greenhouse gas emissions. So they thought it would be a moral and political mistake.
Et c'est assez intéressant de voir qu'en quelques années, un très petit nombre d'acteurs ont réussi à imposer la géo-ingénierie, au moins comme un élément dans notre panoplie, et j'en veux pour preuve le fait que le GIEC a été obligé de statuer sur la géo-ingénierie dans le 5e rapport.
Qui est derrière l'entrée de la question de la géo-ingénierie dans les rapports du GIEC? On a notamment dans le groupe 3 du GIEC en 2001 une section qui est extrêmement optimiste vis-à-vis à la fois de la stimulation du plancton dans les océans et des technologies de réflexion des rayonnements solaires dans la stratosphère. Et derrière ça, il y a David Kiss qui est aujourd'hui l'un des principaux entrepreneurs et un des principaux laudateurs des programmes sur la géo-ingénierie.
I think I was attracted to think about it because it was a topic that, because of the taboo, because people were afraid to talk about it and there hadn't been much analytical work, so I thought I would try and do something.
Geoengineering used to be something of science fiction. It was seen as too expensive and potentially too dangerous. People have an immediate, visceral response to the notion that we could be interfering with the climate. Some people think that it's a horrifying prospect and that we're, in a sense, making ourselves gods.